What's up, y'all? I'm out here at the range again, as you can see back behind me, out here doing a bunch of jelly testing today, and this one right here is going to be another 9mm test. As usual, the jelly contraption's out here ready for business. I got my chrono set up, got 2 blocks of gel. Now this far block's got a few tests in it I've done already. I'll leave some links up above if y'all hadn't seen those, but this front one here is completely clear, so nice big clear area to see what's going on with this test. Now what we're checking out here today is some ammo that I've actually been wanting to do some testing on with the FMJ version of it, just because that's all I had ever seen, and it's these Ammo Inc. Streak rounds. These are non-incendiary tracer rounds, so I believe it's just like a fluorescent paint on the backside of the bullet. I'm not positive, but I think that's what it is. Now these are jacketed hollow points. Like I say, usually they're in full metal jackets. Matter of fact, that's all I've seen locally until now. So since they had some hollow points in, I figured why not test it with the hollow point into the gel and see what we get. So like I said, they're non-incendiary tracer jacketed hollow points in 115 grain. As you can see here, you can't tell any kind of difference from the outside, just regular old hollow point. Now I'm not sure if these hollow point bullets are the same ones that's in their regular black box ammo, the non-streak stuff, or if it's a different round. If it's the same projectile, then this ought to perform pretty good, because those regular black box ammo inks do pretty good. But as for the tools we're working with, we got the short barrel and a little bit longer one. For the short one, we got the 3-inch barrel P365, and for the little longer barrel, we got, this barrel's a little bit over 4 1/4. This is my P80, so a little bit over 4 1/4 inch barrel there. But this one should be pretty interesting. I'm curious to see if they get good performance as far as just a regular hollow point, you know, besides the whole non-incendiary part of it. These things aren't very expensive, so if they're perform good as far as a defensive round, it may be another good option. But anyway, enough chit-chatting about it. Let me get everything set up and let's check these things out. All right, y'all, let's check these things out and see what kind of speeds we can get out of them. I'm gonna do a 3-round average out of each barrel length. I'm gonna start out with the P365 first. Let's see what these things can do, y'all. 1,008, 992, and 991. So obviously you couldn't see any kind of tracer action just because it's daylight out here. Let's go down there and check that average out. All right, so the 3-round average from the P365 was 997 feet per second. So they're definitely some slow boys for 115 grain 9mm. I don't know how well that's gonna do in the gel, but let me get this reset and let's try the P80. All right, y'all, here we go with 3 more rounds, this time out of the 4 1/4 inch barrel P80. Should be moving pretty good bit faster with this. 1,059, 1,037, and 1,049. So it definitely ramped up the speed a little bit. Let's check that average out. All right, so our 3-round average out of the 4 1/4 inch barrel P80 was 1,048 feet per second. And if you remember out of the 365, it was 997. So you're talking about just 51 feet per second difference, 51 feet per second faster out of this P80. So what, 5%? That's not a whole lot. So I don't expect a whole lot of difference in the gel, but I could be wrong. Let me get this reset and y'all know what time it is. All right, y'all, it's light them up jelly time. I'm gonna put 1 round out of each barrel length down into the gel. Gonna start out with the Sig P365. Honestly, not really sure what to expect out of these. Based on the past performance of the regular Ammo Inc. black box stuff, I expect pretty good results. But based on these speeds, I'm not expecting the best. But let's see what happens, y'all. All right, look like a good clean hit. Let me go down there and make sure we're good there. All right, y'all, that really ain't looking too bad at all down there. It didn't get a whole lot of expansion, it don't look like, but it got perfect penetration almost. So let's see what this P80 does for it. I'm gonna try to get crazy and put this up above it. I'm gonna try to go pretty high. If it goes out the top, I'll drop down below and put another one. All right, I actually went right exactly above that other one. I hope it's far enough away. Let me go down there and check it out and see if we can work with that. All right, y'all, let's check these things out here. Perfect placement to be able to compare these two rounds. As you can see, the one on the bottom, that was out of the P365. The one on the top, that's out of the P80. So as far as wound channel wise, they look very, very similar. The one out of the P80 does have a little bit more disruption. And what I can see is the one out of the P80 started causing some shrapnel to break loose from the round there. The one out of 365, I don't see any shrapnel at all. I don't see any material, but the one out of the P80, I definitely see several little pieces of lead throughout the wound channel. It actually looks like both of them expanded about the same. I'll be able to tell a little better once I pull them, which is kind of surprising. I expected a good bit more expansion out of the P80 and less penetration, but it looks like we got pretty much the same expansion, which gave the P80 more penetration. But let's get us some measurements on these things and see what they did. The one out of the P365 is 1/8 of an inch away from 16 inches. So it's right there at the 16-inch mark. The one out of the P80 passed into the second block and it stopped at 17.5. So fantastic penetration out of both of those rounds. All right, y'all, let's take a look at these projectiles. On this side here, this is the P365, this is the P80. As you can probably see, the P365 projectile is actually a little bit bigger, and that's because it kept all of its lead petals. Whereas you can see this one from the P80, it shed all of those lead petals, and you can see them all throughout the gel. So it lost quite a bit of the lead material, but other than that, the expansion looks almost the same. But you can tell the P80, you see the size of the base of the projectile there, the P80 is shorter because it did fold back further, but it just lost so much of the material from the petals, and on the final result, it's not quite as big of a round. Now, interestingly enough, the stuff on the back side of it, I thought it was just painted on. I'm not sure what this is. It's actually some type of material, and it's domed up a little bit. As you can see, the bullets are wobbly. They're not flat. They're domed up. I'm not sure what that material is. I may take my knife after we get some measurements here and see if I can scrape that out and dig it out and see if it's down in the bullet any. But let's get us some measurements and see what we're looking at here. They both started at 115. We'll try the one out of the 365 first. That one is exactly 115.2. The one out of the P80 is 108.6. So that one lost quite a bit of material out of that P80. Now, as far as expansion measurements, we'll start with the one out of the P365. We got 486, 498, and 503. So pretty good expansion on that one. Now, the one from the P80, we got 448, 446, and 445. So decent expansion on that one too. But like I said, it's a little bit smaller on the end state just because it lost all of those lead petals off of it. All right, so check this out, y'all. You can definitely scrape that stuff off, whatever it is, and it's actually a good bit of it. I don't know what kind of material that is or how, you know, how much down in the concave of the bullet it goes, but you can see, you can flake it right out. It's very hard though. It's almost like cement. So I'm not sure what that is. At first I thought it was just going to be some painted on fluorescent paint, but it's definitely something else. It's non-incendiary, so I don't know what it is. If y'all know what that is, let me know down in the comments. But anyway, there you have it, the 9mm Streak jacketed hollow points. Pretty interesting rounds. I'm not sure that I would choose these if I had a choice of which defensive rounds to pick up. I'm really not sure why they would make these Streaks in a jacketed hollow point. You know, you're not going to be really using tracer type sight to, if in a self-defense situation. I don't know, it may come in handy. Y'all let me know down in the comments what y'all think about that, but overall, not a bad round at all, I don't think. All right, y'all, that wraps it up for another pretty interesting 9mm test. I really wasn't sure what to expect out of these. Like I said, I've seen these Streak rounds in full metal jacket, which I've been wanting to test in some low light, but I'd never seen the jacketed hollow point until recently, so I figured I may as well pick them up and try out, and it was pretty interesting results out of them. I expected about the same as their black box, and I think it got close, but the black box stuff is definitely better performing from what I can remember. But if I had to use these things, you know, I wouldn't feel too too terrible about it. Now, after seeing what's on the end of these projectiles, I'm even more curious to get out here on some low light and test some of these out. I got some 9mm 45, and I might even have some 40 or another caliber in them. So I'm gonna wait and do some low light testing and see how good you can see those. I'm not sure what that material on the end of those bullets consists of. I was assuming that it was just some kind of fluorescent, phosphorescent paint, something like that, but it's obviously not. It's definitely not paint. It's some kind of material that's built up on the back of those. So I'm not sure how it works. Like I said, if any of y'all knows what that is, let me know down in the comments. I'll probably go home and scrape the rest of that off one of the bullets and test and see if it's flammable at all. Do a couple little tests and see if I can figure out what the heck it is. But if y'all did enjoy this video, take a second, if you would, reach down and click that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and make sure you hit that bell notification icon so you can get notified when I upload new videos. Y'all check out my affiliate links down below in the video description. If you shop through Amazon anyway, hit that link up first. You go straight through Amazon like normal from there, and anything you buy on the site after that, I get a kickback from them towards the channel. Again, if you're looking for some really nice ear pro, check those actual affiliate links out. You can save a pile of money if you go through those links first instead of going straight to their site. As always, I appreciate all my Range Gang members for reaching down and hitting that join button, and every single one of y'all that watches my videos, hits the thumbs up, subscribes to the channel, and leave me those comments down below. Again, let me know what you think about the performance out of these streak rounds, and let me know if you know what's on the back end of those bullets that makes them glow. I still got plenty of clear space in this jelly, so I got a couple more tests I'm gonna try to knock out. Make sure y'all stay tuned for that, and in the meantime, stay safe, stay prepared, and I'll see you soon.